So I don't have a lot of information on this next topic a lot, but I do have an idea about Edgar Berlanga possibly trying to find another fight. But right now it looks like he's possibly looking at Danny Jacobs. They did a face-off recently, and I know that Berlanga's possibly been trying to look for an opponent that was a past opponent of Canelo Alvarez. It'll kind of help his situation as far as trying to make this next fight with Matchroom the Zone. And he's kind of on the prowl right now, basically looking for his own fight. He's not really asking too many promoters right now to kind of make some moves for him, but he's doing a couple of things. His team is basically doing a few things to kind of find an opponent. But for him to kind of go from recently Jermell Charlo, I don't know if that's still an option. In my mind, it was a long shot because Charlo, yes, it's technically a big fight for Charlo, but I don't know if Charlo's probably looking for something a little bigger. I don't know how big he's gonna get at this point, but he's looking for something a little bigger. So that's definitely what he's kind of aiming towards. So I'm not really disagreeing with a lot of things as far as the fights that Berlanga is possibly doing that's on the table, but it's obvious that he's trying to search for someone who possibly fought Canelo not too long ago. So that's the number one thing that kind of has me in shock right now. It's kind of, okay, so he's looking for a past opponent for Canelo. So he wants to kind of prove that he's at that level right now. I don't know if the last fight was something that fans was kind of fully impressed by overall as far as him being ready for Canelo, but at the end of the day, his name is still involved, so he has to kind of make best of his situation. And if you're a guy like him, you possibly want to kind of get your name buzzing a little bit, have you another fight before possibly Canelo comes around September and possibly says he'll fight a guy like Berlanga. And then Berlanga coming off a win like Charlo or possibly like the guy he's trying to face off with now, Danny Jacobs, that'll be a huge opportunity. I feel like a lot of people kind of overlooking the fact that Berlanga is on the prowl and trying to get one of Canelo's past opponents. But everything will come out eventually. But this is just stuff that I know. I've been knowing about this for about a couple of days, a week now, almost a week. But he always tries to involve himself. One thing I gotta give Berlanga credit about is he challenges himself. He doesn't really get a guy that's just a complete nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like he gets a guy that you can basically kind of tell that he's trying to come in the ring and at least win, or do more than just get a paycheck. So, and that's kind of things I've had. I could say that the guys Berlanga has fought is probably bigger than most guys who's fought for a belt at other weight classes. Because some guys, they beat guys for a belt that wasn't really a big name at all. And that's happened all the time in boxing, but a lot of people don't realize that. But for Berlanga to be in this position, I mean, he didn't ask for it. He's been at 168 for a while now. Out of him and Benavidez, those two been there probably the longest. But that's why it's kind of weird for me to even see a guy like Munguia actually being an option right now, because Berlanga and Benavidez, those guys have always been mentioned together. So to kind of see Munguia kind of jumped the line with those guys after coming up from 60, it's just very surprising. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand that. I really don't understand that part. A lot of people feel like Berlanga and Munguia is not really ready. I think both of their teams said that. Munguia's team and not Oscar De La Hoya directly, but Freddie Roach wanted him to get two more fights in, and I felt like 2 more fights was a good number. Julio Cesar Chavez said two more fights. So that's a lot of guys that saying Munguia needs 2 more fights to kind of get himself rolling. You know, if he gets in the ring with if Berlanga gets in the ring with a guy like Danny Jacobs right now, that'll kind of help him out right now because Danny Jacobs isn't the same as he was right now. He's been out for a long time. He's had some different layoffs and in between times. So it's a lot of things going on as well with a guy like Danny Jacobs. So only time will tell really right now. So you got to see what's all really involved with everything. But I definitely think the sport is kind of it's being reigned by the young guys right now. You got a guy like Berlanga running around trying to make stuff happen as far as a fight with Canelo because he knows what time it is. But at the same time, that's where the sport is heading. You kind of have to get a guy who's really a name right now. It's not really based on rankings. People always want to talk about, oh yeah, this sanctioned body. That don't matter, dog. That don't matter. Y'all ain't bringing up no sanctioned body stuff when it come to Canelo, so that don't really matter. Dudes getting picked, and they trying to find out which way is the best way before the fight actually happens. That's what's going on. But that's all I got though. Like and subscribe.